Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Eclihpse, and today we're going to be doing some Clash Royale Mythbusters. Now, I'm sure most of you know what Mythbusters are, but in case you don't, we're basically taking something that hasn't been confirmed yet, and we're determining if this is true or false. Now, over on Twitter, I did actually ask you guys to send me some myths, and a lot of the stuff you sent me, guys, was kind of stupid / not so serious, so a lot of the quote-unquote myths in this video might be somewhat of a joke. So if you're easily offended, or if you are a hardcore Mythbusters fan, then I highly suggest you leave now. But if you're here to have a fun time, stick around and let's get right into today's video. So the first myth is coming from Eclihpse, and he says if you are in overtime and both players take out a tower at the same time, the battle will still continue. So basically, in this battle, we were just trying to destroy the tower at the exact same time, and this replay right here, as you can see, we both failed. And I tried this one around like 4 to 5 times, and we just could not get this to work. But finally, on like the 5th or 6th attempt, right here, as you can see, we both send our rockets in at the same exact time, and we actually end up extending the battle into overtime even more. So with that being said, this myth is confirmed. The battle will extend, so let's move on. The next myth is coming from Carlos, and he is pretty much saying if there is a Hog Rider, the Mini P.E.K.K.A can do a ranged attack. I tried this one for about 6 minutes, and I really couldn't get anything to work. Most of the time, the Mini P.E.K.K.A would just run up and smack the Hog Rider, and he really wasn't doing a ranged attack. Now, in the past, I have had this happen to me in a video, and I know Molt actually has an entire video dedicated towards this subject, but I just couldn't get it to work while recording. So even though this did work in the past, it really wasn't working today. They might have patched it, or this still might be in the game, but since I couldn't have any success with it, this is gonna have to be busted. Moving on over to the third myth from Omer Hirschkakdevitz. I'm sorry, dude. But he's saying if you fill up your entire half with buildings and then put an Inferno Tower down, it will move over to the other half of the village. Now, I'm pretty sure he's referring to this Chief Pat video right here. Basically, in the video, Chief Pat fills up his entire half with collectors, and when he puts an Inferno Tower down, it goes over to the other half and locks onto the enemy tower. Now, JewishLewish and I did try this one together, and he kept on destroying my buildings like an idiot, whether it was the mortar, the bomb tower, the Inferno Tower, the cannon. He just kept on destroying my damn building. But what ended up happening actually shocked me. Eventually, Jew filled up his entire half, and when he put his elixir collector down, it teleported to the corner of his half. So with that being said, I do think this myth is actually true or confirmed. So even though we didn't use an Inferno Tower and we had an elixir collector, it was still the same concept, and even though the collector didn't teleport to the other half of the village, we still managed to force it outside the map. So that is the exact reason that I am saying confirmed. And if you would like to see this more in depth, JewishLewish and I did another take at this over on his channel, so his video will be going up tomorrow. And since he did help me record this entire video, if you would like to go over to his channel and show him some love, a link will be below. But with that being said, let's move on over to the next myth. Now, Skyrider says a mirrored skeleton army can win the game. Now, this isn't much of a myth, but more so of a question, but regardless, we still gave this a shot. So JewishLewish placed one skeleton army down. As that progresses to the bridge, he mirrored it, and unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. Now, if you did throw in a rage spell or maybe a freeze or something like that, yes, this can easily 3-star, but just the skeletons alone do not do enough work. So with that being said, this myth has been busted. The next myth is from Maroon Calamity, and this is honestly the weirdest one in the video, but he's saying sometimes when you place the Dark Prince down, he says boot hole. So after like 6 minutes of just spamming Dark Princes down, we ended up hearing this sound right here. Now, if you're looking out for him saying butthole or boot hole, then yes, it kind of sounds like it, but to be honest, I think it's more of a hum. I doubt Supercell would actually have him say butthole. I really don't think that's the case. So with that being said, I do think this one is busted, but here's the sound again. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Obviously, we all know he's not saying boot hole, but does it sound like it, or do you not hear anything? Carlos Harris says, myth, the mini P.E.K.K.A takes out a tower faster than the Hog Rider. And this one is more so of like a statement rather than like an actual myth, but we still tested it. When you put the mini P.E.K.K.A down, the mini P.E.K.K.A does more damage but dies quicker, but the Hog Rider does less damage but lasts longer. So honestly, it all depends on your supporting troops in this one, and I'm just gonna say busted because neither of them can take out a tower alone. And the final myth comes from Mart Blart, and he says, if you have 2 rage spells, do they stack? So we tested this out. We have a whole bunch of spawners going, and I throw 1 rage spell down on this tower, and just look how fast the archer on the tower is shooting. Remember that pace, but boom, as soon as I throw that second rage spell down, her pace doesn't change too much. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same. So stacking your rage spells, no, it doesn't help. So guys, this has been my first ever episode of Mythbusters, and like I said, half this video was kind of like a joke slash not as serious. However, I do think we did cover some cool things in this video. So if you guys did enjoy this and you want to see some more, please leave a like down below, and please comment some suggestions, because I will need some more myths if you guys do want a part 2. So if you have any myths that are interesting, just leave those down in the comments. But guys, this has been Eclihpse. I hope you all enjoyed, and peace out.